When the weight of others pulls you down, the loudest move you can make is in silence, cut them off without a word, and reclaim your peace. There comes a time when you've got to make decisions, not for them, but for you. A moment when you finally realize that your peace, your energy, and your future are too valuable to be compromised by people who don't appreciate you. You see, life isn't always about confrontation. It's not always about long conversations or endless debates. Sometimes it's about listening to the noise around you and deciding that it no longer serves you. The distractions become too many and the negativity too heavy. That's when you know it's time to make a choice. You've got to remember, not everyone who started with you is meant to finish the race. Some people are in your life for a season, others for a lesson, and very few for the long haul. The truth is, holding on to those who don't add value to your life can weigh you down. They drain your energy, steal your focus, and slowly chip away at your peace. And that peace, my friend, is priceless. But here's the thing, cutting people off doesn't mean you have to shout it from the rooftops. It doesn't require a grand announcement or even a heated conversation. Sometimes the strongest and most powerful move you can make is to cut them off silently without saying a word. You simply decide that their chapter in your life is over and you move on. No drama, no explanation, no back and forth, just quiet, decisive action. Your peace is sacred. It's the foundation of everything you do. When your mind is clear and your spirit is settled, you can face anything life throws at you. That peace is priceless. It's what keeps you grounded, focused, and balanced. But when someone disrupts that peace, it throws your entire world off balance. It's like trying to navigate a storm in the middle of calm waters. It doesn't always need to be met with confrontation, though. Sometimes the best response is silence. When people constantly take from you your time, your energy, your patience, it leaves you empty. You begin to feel drained, like no matter how much you give, they'll always demand more. And that's when you've got to make a decision. A decision not for them, but for yourself. To protect your energy, your well-being, and your future, you may have to quietly let them go. Cutting them off doesn't require fanfare or explanation. It's a simple but powerful move. The strength in silence is often underestimated. People think that if you're not loud, you're weak. But true strength is found in restraint. It's found in the ability to choose peace over chaos, to walk away without the need to justify or defend your actions. When you cut people off in silence, it's not out of anger, it's out of self-respect. It's recognizing that your energy deserves better. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace. Sometimes the people who disrupt your calm don't even realize the effect they're having on you. And explaining it to them over and over again only drains you further. Instead of talking, you choose to act. You choose to distance yourself, to reclaim the space that was being taken up by their negativity or drama. In this silence, you create room for better things. By cutting off what doesn't serve you, you invite peace back into your life. You make space for people who respect your energy, who uplift you rather than tear you down. Silence is powerful because it allows you to focus on what truly matters. It removes distractions, letting you see clearly the path you're meant to walk. And it's not just about the people you cut off, it's about your overall well-being. Protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's necessary. Your mental, emotional, and spiritual health should always come first. You can't pour from an empty cup, and if someone is constantly taking from you without giving back, they're leaving you with nothing to sustain yourself. In those moments, you have to choose silence and let your absence do the talking. It's not about holding grudges or cutting people off for the sake of it. It's about understanding when a relationship or situation no longer aligns with your peace. Not everyone is meant to be in your life forever, and that's okay. Some connections are temporary, there to teach you something, and once that lesson is learned, you move on. Silently. There's a certain power that comes from quietly cutting people off. It shows that you don't need to prove anything. You don't need to argue, beg, or plead. You know your worth and you're not afraid to protect it. By silently stepping away, you're making a statement your peace is non-negotiable. In time, those who drain you will realize the impact of your absence. They may never understand why you left, and that's fine. You're not leaving for them, you're leaving for yourself. Your silence is your shield, your defense against anything that tries to disturb your tranquility. Let them wonder, let them guess, but never let them disrupt your peace again. Cutting them off in silence isn't just about the action, it's about what it represents. It's a reclaiming of power, a statement of self-worth, and a commitment to your own well-being. When you protect your peace, you're giving yourself the freedom to live authentically and unapologetically, free from the burdens of others' negativity. And that in itself is the greatest form of strength. You don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing peace over chaos. People will often demand answers when you decide to walk away, but sometimes silence is the loudest response. The moment you choose to cut someone off silently, you're sending a clear message their behavior no longer has a place in your life. You're not interested in debates or confrontations, you're interested in protecting yourself. Silence holds power, and that power comes from knowing you don't need to justify protecting your peace. When you explain yourself, you're offering them a way back in, you're giving them the chance to argue, to manipulate, or to question your decisions. By remaining silent, you take that power away. You make it clear that your decision is final, that no words can change it. Your silence speaks for itself. It says, I deserve better without having to vocalize it. And when they finally realize that, it stings much deeper than any explanation ever could. Walking away quietly shows that you value your peace more than the relationship. It's not about being cold-hearted, it's about self-preservation. It's understanding that not every situation requires your energy, and not every relationship deserves your effort. Silence, in this case, is a form of self-care. It's a way of saying, I won't let your behavior disrupt my well-being, and that's a statement far more powerful than words. They may want to know why you're leaving, but that's not your responsibility. You've already given enough your time, your patience, your energy. You don't owe them the emotional labor of explaining why you've chosen to protect yourself. It's not about punishing them, it's about freeing yourself. Sometimes the best way to move forward is to simply move in silence. When you cut someone off without a word, you're making it clear that their behavior has reached a breaking point. You've already seen enough, felt enough, and endured enough. Explaining why you're walking away isn't necessary because your silence says it all. It signals that their actions no longer matter to you, that you're prioritizing yourself over the drama, the negativity, and the disrespect. There's strength in restraint. By choosing silence, you're taking the high road. You're not getting pulled into arguments or trying to convince them to see things your way. You're simply walking away. And that's a powerful move, one that shows maturity, confidence, and self-respect. You don't need to explain yourself when you've already made your decision. Often people will feel more impacted by your absence than they ever would by your words. When you remove yourself from their life, it forces them to reflect on their behavior. Your silence becomes a mirror, showing them the consequences of their actions. And sometimes that's exactly what's needed. An explanation would only soften the blow. But your quiet departure makes them feel the full weight of what they've lost. By staying silent, you're also protecting yourself from the emotional exhaustion that comes with explanations. You don't have to revisit old wounds or rehash painful conversations. Instead, you're allowing yourself to heal in peace. Your focus shifts from them to you, from their demands to your needs. And in that silence, you reclaim your power. Cutting someone off silently isn't about being passive-aggressive, it's about being strategic. It's about knowing when enough is enough and acting accordingly. You've already given them the opportunity to change, to respect your boundaries, to treat you with the respect you deserve. Now you're done talking. Now you're choosing to move on. Sometimes silence speaks louder than any confrontation ever could. It shows that you're not interested in dragging out the drama or justifying your decision. You're simply done. And that's where the real power lies. When you walk away quietly, you're reclaiming control over your life and your emotions. So when they wonder why you've chosen to cut them off, let them wonder. Let your silence speak for you. Let it serve as a reminder that you don't need to explain yourself to anyone who doesn't value you. You don't owe them an explanation, you owe yourself peace. And when you choose that peace, your silence becomes your greatest strength. When you focus on your growth, you begin to see things differently. You start to recognize that not everyone around you is meant to grow with you. Some people remain stuck in their old ways, unable to see the potential within you, unable to understand your vision. It's not that they're bad people, it's just that they've hit a ceiling in their mindset. When you choose to cut them off silently, you're not being cruel, you're simply protecting your space to evolve. As you grow, your priorities shift. What used to matter no longer does, and what you now value might seem foreign to those who haven't changed. This is when you realize the importance of trimming away the relationships that no longer support your progress. You don't need to make a scene or announce your departure, just silently distance yourself. Their inability to understand your vision doesn't diminish its value. Your growth deserves a space free of their limitations. When people can't see beyond their own perspective, they project their fears onto you. They may try to hold you back, not because they want to harm you, but because they can't imagine a life beyond what they know. This is why silent detachment is so important. You can't allow their limited view of life to interfere with your path. You must protect your growth, your vision, and your future from being stunted by the expectations of others. Growth requires space. The more you grow, the more you'll realize the need to surround yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and elevate you. When you hold on to relationships that are stagnant, you're limiting your own potential. Silently cutting off those who can't keep up with your pace allows you to expand into the person you're meant to be. It's about creating room for your progress to flourish. Sometimes your growth intimidates others. It forces them to confront their own stagnation. They may not like the changes you're making because it highlights the fact that they haven't changed. Don't let their discomfort slow you down. Instead, silently step away from those who aren't aligned with your journey. Focus on the future you're building, not the past you're leaving behind. Growth demands sacrifice, and sometimes that sacrifice is letting go of people who no longer fit. You'll notice that as you grow, the right people will come into your life, the ones who support your journey, who understand your vision, and who help you expand even further. But you can't make room for those people if you're still holding on to relationships that are rooted in your past. Cutting people off silently isn't about bitterness. It's about making space for what's next. Growth requires you to be selective with your energy. Focusing on your growth also means being unapologetic about it. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you've outgrown them. Sometimes your silence is the loudest message you can send. It says, I'm moving forward with or without you. And that's okay. Not everyone is meant to understand your journey, and that's not your problem to solve. Your job is to keep moving forward, to keep growing, and to let go of what no longer serves you. It's important to recognize that growth is a personal journey. The people around you don't need to understand it for it to be valid. As you continue to evolve, some people will naturally drift away, while others will try to hold you back. It's not your responsibility to carry everyone with you. Silent detachment allows you to focus on your own path without the weight of their expectations dragging you down. Growth often requires tough decisions. It means choosing yourself even when others don't get it. It means cutting off those who hinder your progress without feeling the need to explain why. This is not an act of selfishness, but rather an act of selfishness. Act of self-respect. You're choosing to prioritize your future over the comfort of familiar relationships that no longer serve you. As you focus on your growth, you'll start to see how much lighter life feels without the burden of carrying those who don't contribute to your journey. You'll feel more free, more energized, and more motivated to continue evolving. Growth is not always easy, but it's always worth it. And part of that process is recognizing who belongs in your next chapter and who doesn't. In the silence that comes with cutting people off, you'll find clarity. You'll begin to see your path more clearly, to understand your purpose more deeply. The distractions fall away and your vision becomes sharper. Cutting them off silently isn't just about ending a relationship, it's about giving yourself the freedom to grow, to expand, and to become the person you're meant to be. Your growth is a journey that not everyone is meant to join. Some people are there for a season to teach you lessons, to help you grow. But once that season is over, it's time to move forward. Don't hold on to relationships out of guilt or obligation. Let them go silently and focus on the road ahead. Your growth is too important to be held back by anyone who doesn't see your vision. When you choose to walk away in silence, your absence becomes your most powerful statement. Actions speak louder than words, and there's no need for you to explain yourself or justify why you're cutting someone off. The message is clear: you've had enough. By not engaging in arguments or giving explanations, you show strength and self-respect. Words can be twisted, misunderstood, or ignored, but your absence can't be denied. It forces people to reflect on what happened and leaves them questioning their actions. There's something undeniable about the weight of silence. When you remove yourself from someone's life without confrontation, it leaves them to confront their own behavior. Instead of spending energy trying to convince someone why their actions were wrong, you let your decision to walk away speak for itself. It's not just about leaving the situation, it's about taking control of your narrative without allowing them to influence it any further. Your silence is a statement of finality. Silence, in this context, is a boundary. It says, I won't entertain this anymore. When you're silent, you're not giving anyone the opportunity to argue or persuade you otherwise. You've made your decision, and there's no room for debate. By removing yourself from the equation, you protect your peace and demonstrate that you value yourself too much to stay in a place where you're disrespected. Silence becomes a shield guarding your energy. Walking away without a word shows maturity. It demonstrates that you don't need to be loud or dramatic to make a point. In fact, the quieter you are, the more impactful your message becomes. There's a certain dignity in choosing silence over conflict. You're not stooping to their level, nor are you allowing their disrespect to drag you into unnecessary chaos. Your silence becomes a reflection of your inner strength and confidence. Not everyone deserves an explanation for your absence. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is let your actions speak. When you walk away silently, you leave people wondering what went wrong. They'll spend time thinking about their behavior because you haven't given them a reason to blame you. By cutting them off quietly, you allow them to sit with their actions and hopefully realize the consequences of their disrespect. Your silence puts the focus back on you. Instead of trying to make someone understand why you're leaving, you're choosing to prioritize yourself. It's a reminder that you're in control of your life and your decisions. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you're protecting your peace. The decision to cut someone off silently is rooted in self-care, not spite. It's about making room for peace and progress in your life. People will notice your absence more than they ever notice your presence. When you walk away quietly, it forces others to acknowledge what they've lost. They'll feel the impact of your absence in ways that words could never convey. You don't need to convince them of anything because your actions have already spoken. Sometimes it's not until you're gone that people realize the value you brought into their lives. In silence, there's power. You don't need to engage in back and forth debates or try to prove your point. By cutting them off quietly, you're showing that you're done wasting your energy on people who don't appreciate it. This is a form of self-respect. You're teaching others how to treat you by walking away when you've had enough. There's no need to justify your decision, your actions say it all. Silence can often provoke reflection. When you leave without a word, it leaves people to consider their behavior. They'll wonder why you didn't fight, why you didn't argue, and why you chose to walk away instead. In many cases, this can lead to growth on their part. But that's not your concern. Your focus should be on protecting your peace and moving forward, not waiting for someone to understand their mistakes. Cutting someone off silently doesn't mean you're holding on to anger. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It means you've chosen to let go and move on without needing validation. There's a sense of freedom that comes with deciding to walk away quietly. You're not burdened by the need to explain yourself or justify your actions. Instead, you've accepted that the situation no longer serves you, and you're choosing to protect your peace. When you walk away in silence, it creates a ripple effect. People will take note of your absence, and they'll start to question their own actions. Your decision to cut them off quietly will speak volumes about your self-worth and the standards you've set for yourself. By not engaging, you're maintaining control of your emotions in your life. Silence becomes a tool of empowerment. Silence speaks louder than words ever could. It's not about winning an argument or proving a point, it's about taking care of yourself. By choosing to cut someone off silently, you're reclaiming your power and making it clear that you won't tolerate disrespect. You're not just walking away from a person, you're walking toward a future that values your peace, your growth, and your well-being. Not everyone deserves to be in your space. Your time and energy are sacred. When you recognize that someone no longer appreciates or respects your value, it's time to make the decision to protect yourself. You're not removing them from your life out of anger or malice, but because you understand your worth. It's not about being mean or petty. It's about self-preservation. When people show you through their actions that they don't respect your presence, the most powerful thing you can do is quietly take it away. You have to realize that your energy is not unlimited. Every interaction either adds to your life or drains it. People who constantly take without giving back are not just disrespecting your time, but they're also taking a toll on your peace of mind. Walking away doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've reached a level of awareness where you understand the importance of safeguarding your mental and emotional well-being. When you withdraw your energy silently, you're prioritizing your peace over their disrespect. This isn't about making a scene or proving a point to anyone else. It's about protecting what's valuable to you, your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. If someone can't appreciate those things, it's a clear sign that they don't deserve access to them. You owe it to yourself to ensure that the people around you are lifting you up, not pulling you down. You're not obligated to keep people in your life just because they've been there in the past. Cutting someone off silently sends a stronger message than words ever could. There's no need for an explanation or confrontation. By stepping back without saying anything, you show that you've made a decision to move forward without the negativity they bring. Your silence speaks volumes. It says that you value yourself enough to walk away from anything that threatens your peace. You don't owe anyone your energy, especially those who take it for granted. Sometimes the people closest to you can become the biggest sources of stress and negativity. It's hard to recognize it at first because of the emotional attachment, but once you see the signs, it becomes clear. When someone continually disrespects you or takes advantage of your kindness, it's time to reevaluate their place in your life. Walking away silently is your way of saying, I deserve better without having to utter a single word. Silence is your shield, protecting your heart and your energy. Self-respect is at the core of this decision. By silently cutting someone off, you're showing them and yourself that your well-being comes first. You're demonstrating that you won't allow anyone to disturb your peace or compromise your happiness. It's a quiet act of rebellion against the chaos they've brought into your life. Without the noise of arguments or explanations, you reclaim control over your emotional space. It's not about them, it's about you and your boundaries. When you silently withdraw, you're teaching people how to treat you. You're showing them that you won't tolerate disrespect or inconsistency, and you're doing it without the need for confrontation. This move isn't about seeking revenge or getting even. It's about taking care of yourself. Sometimes the most empowering thing you can do is remove yourself from a situation and let your absence speak for itself. It's a statement of self-worth. You're not walking away because you're afraid to confront the person. You're walking away because you've decided that confrontation isn't worth your energy. There's power in choosing silence over drama. It shows that you're confident enough in your decision to not seek validation from anyone else. You know what's best for you. And you don't need anyone's approval to prioritize your peace. Your silence becomes a symbol of your growth and maturity. This isn't an act of cruelty, it's an act of self-care. By cutting someone off silently, you're not punishing them, you're protecting yourself. You're setting boundaries for how you deserve to be treated. It's about creating space for the right people to enter your life, people who respect and value you for who you are. By removing the negative influences, you make room for positivity, growth, and new opportunities to flourish. Not everyone is meant to have a front row seat in your life. Some people are only meant to be in your life for a season, and that's okay. The key is knowing when that season has ended and having the strength to let go. You're not responsible for carrying people who refuse to grow or change. Sometimes walking away is the best thing you can do for both of you. When you silently cut someone off, you're acknowledging that your path no longer aligns with theirs, and that's perfectly fine. Silence can be misunderstood by those who don't understand your worth, but that's not your concern. What matters is that you've made a choice to prioritize your own well-being. By withdrawing quietly, you're sending a message that you won't allow anyone to disrupt your peace or take advantage of your kindness. You're no longer available to people who don't appreciate what you bring to the table. In the end, your peace is worth far more than any relationship that diminishes your value. You're not obligated to maintain relationships with people who disrespect you. Your time and energy are too valuable to waste on those who don't deserve it. When you choose to cut someone off silently, you're taking control of your life and your happiness. You're making a conscious decision to surround yourself with positivity and respect. It's not about them, it's about you and the life you want to create. Staying focused on your path is crucial for achieving your goals. Life is full of distractions, and it's easy to get sidetracked by the noise around you. However, you must remember that your journey is unique and no one else can walk it for you. When you identify individuals or situations that divert your attention, it's essential to take action. Cutting them off silently allows you to keep your focus on what truly matters. Distractions can come in many forms. They might be people who doubt your potential or circumstances that drain your energy. Each time you engage with negativity, you risk losing sight of your vision. Your path is not just a series of steps, it's a commitment to your dreams and aspirations. Protect that commitment by being intentional about who you allow in your life. When you cut off those who distract you, you create space for clarity and purpose. Maintaining your focus requires discipline and determination. It's not enough to want to achieve something, you must actively pursue it. This pursuit often means distancing yourself from those who don't share your vision or support your journey. It's easy to get caught up in pleasing others, but that can lead you away from your true calling. By silently removing distractions, you reaffirm your commitment to your path and your personal growth. The people who accompany you on your journey should uplift and inspire you. If someone is constantly pulling you off course, it's time to reevaluate that relationship. Their inability to understand your goals can hinder your progress. When you choose to cut them off quietly, you're sending a clear message that your aspirations come first. You deserve to surround yourself with those who believe in you and encourage your growth. Your vision deserves your full attention. When you're surrounded by distractions, it becomes challenging to maintain clarity about your goals. Silently cutting off those who detract from your focus can rejuvenate your energy. This decision empowers you to redirect your attention toward what truly matters, your ambitions, dreams, and the life you're creating. Stay committed to your path and watch how the right people begin to gravitate towards you. Remember that your journey is personal and cannot be defined by others' opinions or actions. It's easy to become influenced by those who don't understand your path, but you must remain steadfast. Cutting off distractions, even without confrontation, allows you to reclaim control over your narrative. It's a powerful act of self-discipline that demonstrates your commitment to your goals. Remaining focused on your path means consistently evaluating who and what deserves your time and energy. You are not obligated to engage with people who pull you away from your dreams. Every moment spent with distractions is a moment taken away from your progress. By making the choice to cut them off, you're prioritizing your future and honoring the hard work you've put into your journey. Your path is paved with opportunities, but distractions can make those opportunities seem invisible. When you choose to silence the noise, you sharpen your focus on what truly matters. Cutting off those who don't align with your goals creates an environment where you can thrive. You're not just preserving your energy, you're cultivating a mindset that is laser focused on achieving your vision. You deserve to walk alongside people who understand and support your aspirations. Those who distract you often do so out of their insecurities or misunderstandings of your goals. By choosing to distance yourself from such influences, you free yourself to pursue your passions unapologetically. Your journey is yours alone, and those who don't share your vision have no place in it. Distractions can drain your enthusiasm and hinder your progress. You owe it to yourself to protect your focus and stay true to your path. This journey requires hard work and dedication, and it's essential to cultivate an environment that fosters growth. Cutting off those who don't align with your ambitions allows you to surround yourself with positivity and inspiration. Stay committed to your vision and take ownership of your path. Every step you take should be aligned with your goals. By silently cutting off distractions, you affirm your dedication to achieving your dreams. You're creating a space for success to flourish. And that's a powerful choice. Remain vigilant and never let anyone divert you from the journey you're meant to embark upon. Your path is a reflection of your inner strength and determination. Stay focused on your goals and don't let distractions pull you off course. By prioritizing your journey and cutting off those who detract from it, you pave the way for a brighter future. Keep your eyes on the prize and trust that your commitment will lead you to the success you deserve. Energy vampires come in many forms. They can be friends, family members, or co-workers who seem harmless at first. But over time, their negativity seeps into your life, draining your enthusiasm and happiness. You may find yourself feeling exhausted after interacting with them, wondering why your energy levels plummet. Recognizing these individuals is the first step in reclaiming your power. These energy-draining personalities often disguise themselves as supportive or friendly, making it difficult to identify their true impact. They might consistently share their problems, seeking your sympathy while offering little in return. This one-sided relationship can leave you feeling depleted and unappreciated. Cutting them off silently allows you to prioritize your well-being without the burden of guilt. When you choose to distance yourself from energy vampires, you create space for positivity to enter your life. The moment you stop engaging with those who drain your energy, you begin to see the difference. You'll feel lighter and more motivated, ready to pursue your passions without the weight of negativity holding you back. The change may be subtle at first, but it grows more profound as you continue to protect your energy. Recognizing the signs of energy vampires is crucial. They often thrive on drama and negativity, pulling you into their world of complaints and dissatisfaction. Their presence can make you doubt yourself and your abilities. By cutting them off, you take control of your narrative, ensuring that your energy is directed toward those who uplift and inspire you instead. Silently withdrawing from energy vampires is not an act of malice, it's a decision rooted in self-care. You're not required to explain your actions to those who fail to respect your energy. Your silence speaks volumes, conveying that you've chosen to prioritize your peace and happiness. They may seek answers, but your choice to step back should be enough for them to understand the impact they've had on your life. Once you release yourself from the grip of these toxic individuals, you'll discover the beauty of your own energy. You become more attuned to your feelings, allowing positivity and light to fill the spaces that once held negativity. You'll notice an increase in motivation, creativity, and overall well-being. The absence of energy vampires allows you to flourish and pursue your passions unapologetically. Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals is essential for maintaining high energy levels. Seek out those who inspire you, who encourage your growth, and who share your values. When you engage with people who uplift you, you create a nurturing environment where your energy can thrive. Cut off those who drain you and open your life to those who refill your spirit. Self-reflection is key in identifying energy vampires. Take the time to evaluate your relationships and assess how each person makes you feel. Do they leave you energized or drained? Understanding the dynamics of your relationships will empower you to make informed decisions about who to keep in your life. Trust your instincts, they often guide you toward what is best for your well-being. Cutting off energy vampires can be liberating. As you release these toxic influences, you'll find a newfound clarity about what you truly want from your relationships. You become more discerning about who deserves a place in your life. This clarity is essential for growth and self-discovery, allowing you to cultivate a life filled with positivity and abundance. Being mindful of your energy is a powerful practice. Establish boundaries that protect your mental and emotional well-being. When someone continually drains you, it's not selfish to distance yourself. It's a necessary step towards self-preservation. Embrace the freedom that comes with cutting off energy vampires and focus on nurturing relationships that inspire you to be your best self. Your energy is a precious resource. Treat it with respect and safeguard it from those who seek to deplete it. By silently cutting off energy vampires, you reclaim your power and prioritize your peace. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift, inspire, and celebrate your journey. This shift will create a life filled with joy, growth, and the energy needed to pursue your dreams. Energy vampires have no place in a life dedicated to growth and happiness. Acknowledge their presence, but don't let them control your energy. By recognizing and cutting them off silently, you pave the way for a brighter future. Your well-being is worth protecting, and your energy deserves to be invested in those who truly appreciate it. Elevating your life often requires a conscious decision to release what no longer serves you. This can be one of the most challenging steps, especially when it involves relationships. You may have invested time, energy, and emotion into people who aren't aligned with your journey. Recognizing that not every relationship is meant to last is the first step toward personal elevation. Letting go is not a sign of weakness, it's a testament to your strength. It takes courage to walk away from those who bring negativity and hinder your growth. When you choose to cut people off silently, you're affirming your commitment to self-love. This decision isn't about harboring resentment, but about prioritizing your own well-being and future. As you begin this process, take a moment to assess the people around you. Reflect on how each relationship makes you feel. Are you inspired and uplifted, or do you often feel drained and discouraged? The answers to these questions will help you determine who deserves a place in your life moving forward. By surrounding yourself with those who encourage your growth, you create an environment conducive to elevation. Carrying the weight of toxic relationships can hinder your progress. You may find yourself stuck in old patterns, unable to move forward. When you let go of those who hold you back, you create space for new opportunities. This newfound freedom allows you to explore avenues that resonate with your aspirations, leading to personal and professional growth. Silently cutting ties can be a profound act of self-respect. It sends a clear message you value your peace and are unwilling to compromise it for others. Your silence speaks volumes. It conveys strength and a firm commitment to your journey. In doing so, you remove the emotional burden of trying to explain your choices to those who may never understand. Letting go can also be liberating. As you distance yourself from those who weigh you down, you'll notice a shift in your energy. You'll feel lighter and more motivated to pursue your dreams. The heaviness that once held you back begins to dissipate, making room for positivity and growth. This shift is a sign that you're on the right path toward elevation. Embracing change is essential for your personal journey. Understand that growth often comes with discomfort. It may feel unsettling to let go of people you've known for a long time, but remember that your journey is yours alone. Stay committed to your vision and trust that the right people will come into your life when you create space for them. When you elevate by letting go, you cultivate resilience. You learn to navigate life's challenges without relying on toxic influences. This resilience empowers you to face obstacles head-on, knowing you have the strength to overcome any adversity. The experience gained from cutting off those who hold you back becomes a valuable lesson in your journey. As you let go of unhealthy relationships, embrace the opportunity to discover new connections. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift you, share your vision, and inspire you to be the best version of yourself. These relationships will enhance your growth, and you'll find joy in shared aspirations and mutual support. It's important to remember that your elevation is a personal journey. Not everyone will understand or appreciate your decision to cut ties, and that's okay. Stay true to yourself and your goals. Your happiness and well-being should always come first, and by prioritizing them, you'll inspire others to do the same. Elevating your life is a continuous process of growth and self-discovery. Each decision to let go of what no longer serves you brings you closer to your true self. Embrace the discomfort that comes with change and trust that you are moving in the right direction. With each step, you'll feel more empowered and aligned with your purpose. The path to elevation requires intentional choices. By letting go of those who hold you back, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. Embrace this transformative journey and watch as your life begins to flourish. You deserve to rise to new heights, free from the burdens of the past. Trust in your journey and elevate yourself by letting go. Silence is often a powerful tool for gaining clarity in our lives. When we cut people off without a word, we allow ourselves the opportunity to step back and examine the situation without outside influence. This space creates a sanctuary where our thoughts can flow freely, unencumbered by the noise of others. It's in these moments of quiet that we can truly hear our own inner voice. When distractions are eliminated, our minds become clearer. You can assess the relationships in your life with fresh eyes. This clarity allows you to identify which connections uplift you and which ones drain your energy. By removing the chaos that often comes with turbulent relationships, you open the door to self-discovery. You start to understand your needs, desires, and boundaries more profoundly. Taking a step back can provide a new perspective on past interactions. It's easy to get caught up in the moment, to react emotionally rather than thoughtfully. In silence, however, you have the chance to reflect on what has transpired. You can analyze the behavior of others and evaluate how it aligns with your values. This evaluation is crucial for making informed decisions about who deserves a place in your life moving forward. Clarity also comes from understanding that not every relationship is meant to last. Just because someone has been in your life for a long time doesn't mean they should remain there. Recognizing this truth allows you to release attachments that no longer serve you. You gain the insight needed to prioritize your well-being and surround yourself with those who contribute positively to your journey. Silence also fosters self-empowerment. When you don't feel the need to explain your choices to others, you reclaim your power. You begin to act from a place of confidence and self-assuredness. In these moments, you're not swayed by others' opinions or emotions. Instead, you make decisions that resonate with your core values and personal goals, paving the way for a more fulfilling life. Moreover, clarity in silence brings an undeniable sense of peace. With distractions removed, you can finally breathe. This peace allows you to process emotions that may have been buried under the weight of toxic relationships. As you reflect, you find healing and the strength to move forward, embracing new opportunities with an open heart. This newfound clarity also helps you to set healthier boundaries. Once you understand what you truly want from your relationships, you can communicate those needs effectively. By doing so, you establish a strong foundation for future interactions. ensuring that your relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding. Cutting off distractions isn't just about eliminating negativity, it's about making room for growth. As you gain clarity, you'll discover the goals and aspirations you've been neglecting. This awareness reignites your passion and motivation, empowering you to pursue your dreams with renewed vigor. Silence allows you to connect with your true purpose and realign your focus on what matters most. During this journey, you may also encounter the strength to forgive yourself. Often we hold on to guilt or regret regarding our past choices. The clarity that comes from silence helps you release these burdens. You learn that it's okay to prioritize your well-being and that cutting ties can be a healthy choice. This self-forgiveness is essential for moving forward without the baggage of past mistakes. Silence encourages you to trust your instincts. In the absence of external opinions, you can rely on your inner voice to guide you. This trust in yourself fosters confidence, enabling you to make decisions that resonate with your true self. When you're clear about your values and goals, it becomes easier to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. As you cut people off silently, remember that clarity is a continuous journey. Each moment of reflection deepens your understanding of yourself and your relationships. Embrace this process and allow it to shape your future. The power of silence will become your ally, guiding you toward a life filled with purpose, intention, and peace. The clarity that emerges from silence is invaluable. By cutting ties without explanation, you create the space needed for reflection and growth. As you embrace this newfound clarity, you'll find the strength to move forward with intention, empowered to live your best life. When you take the brave step of cutting off the wrong people from your life, you create a powerful opportunity for transformation. It's not merely about removing negativity, it's about opening your heart and mind to those who genuinely matter. By focusing on the right connections, you invite positivity and encouragement into your life, paving the way for growth and fulfillment. The people who matter most are those who uplift and inspire you. They see your potential and push you to be the best version of yourself. When you surround yourself with individuals who celebrate your successes and support your dreams, you create a nurturing environment. This supportive network becomes the backbone of your journey, propelling you forward when challenges arise. Conversely, those who drain your energy often cloud your vision. They distract you from your goals and make you doubt your worth. By cutting these people off, you're not just protecting your peace, you're also reclaiming your focus. Silence becomes your weapon, allowing you to direct your energy toward meaningful relationships that nurture your spirit. When you clear out the negativity, you'll start to notice the positive influences around you. You'll find friends, family, and mentors who genuinely care about your well-being. These relationships are built on respect and mutual support, creating a powerful synergy that fosters growth. As you focus on these meaningful connections, you'll feel a shift in your mindset. You will find it easier to prioritize your goals. With fewer distractions, you can dedicate your time and energy to pursuits that resonate with your values and aspirations. The clarity that comes from cutting off the wrong people allows you to hone in on what truly matters. You'll begin to see progress in areas of your life where you previously felt stuck. Investing in relationships that matter also enhances your emotional well-being. When you're surrounded by supportive people, you feel more understood and accepted. This sense of belonging fosters happiness and fulfillment, enriching your life experience. You'll find joy in shared laughter, encouragement during tough times, and inspiration from those who believe in you. Focusing on those who matter means you're also cultivating healthy boundaries. You learn to recognize what you will and won't accept in relationships. This self-awareness is crucial for building connections that are respectful and rewarding. By establishing boundaries, you ensure that your time and energy are spent wisely, fostering deeper, more meaningful interactions. In this journey, it's essential to be intentional about the connections you nurture. Invest your time in people who align with your vision and values. This focus creates a community that encourages growth, collaboration, and shared success. When you're surrounded by individuals who uplift you, your potential is limitless. As you shift your attention toward those who matter, you'll also begin to see the impact on your personal development. The right people will inspire you to step out of your comfort zone, challenge your limits, and pursue your passions with fervor. You'll feel empowered to take risks and explore new opportunities, knowing that you have a strong support system behind you. This shift in focus will lead to incredible growth in both your personal and professional life. You'll start to manifest the opportunities you've always desired. The energy you give to those who respect you will come back tenfold, creating a ripple effect of positivity. As you invest in meaningful relationships, you'll cultivate an environment where everyone can thrive. You might also find that cutting off the wrong people will reveal your true friends. Those who genuinely care for you will rise to the occasion, stepping up and showing their support. In contrast, those who were merely taking up space will fade away, leaving room for authentic connections that nourish your soul. Life is too short to waste on relationships that do not bring joy or growth. By focusing on those who matter, you're making a conscious decision to elevate your life. This journey is about surrounding yourself with the right people who appreciate and respect you. When you do this, you'll find that everything else falls into place. Your life will reflect the company you keep. As you commit to focusing on the right connections, you'll create a fulfilling and empowered existence. Your journey will become a testament to the power of meaningful relationships, where love, support, and respect reign supreme. As we come to the end of this journey, I want you to remember this: cutting people off silently is not an act of bitterness, it's an act of love for yourself and your well-being. Life is too precious to be surrounded by those who drain your energy and undermine your worth. By choosing to protect your peace, you are declaring your value to the world. This speech is more than just a reminder to let go, it's an invitation to elevate your life. Each step you take toward distancing yourself from negativity opens the door for growth, clarity, and the right relationships to flourish. Embrace the silence, for in that quiet strength, you find your true power. You owe it to yourself to surround yourself with those who lift you higher, not hold you back. So as you move forward, ask yourself who deserves access to your life, who deserves to witness your journey. The answers will lead you to the relationships that matter most, the ones that will propel you toward greatness. When you protect your peace, you're not just making room for the right people, you're making room for your best self. Now go forth with intention and strength. Cut off what weighs you down and watch how your life transforms. Trust that the path you choose today will lead to the fulfillment you seek tomorrow. Remember, your worth is non-negotiable and your peace is sacred. Own it, protect it, and never apologize for valuing yourself. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And remember, your life is your message to the world. Make it powerful, make it authentic, and make it yours.